What are you thinking? What are you sniffle snaffling? What are you in the mood for today, eh? Morning, Drew. How you doing? Boop, 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 boop. Good morning, Carl. Morning, Balin. How's everyone doing? How's it going? Making me twist around, Fifi. Good morning, Ravine. I forgot to turn my alarm off, so I've been up since 7. Ah, I put the castle on its side, so the bunnies have like a little. Oh, Gerry. They have a little nook in the corner now. Morning, Charlie. Good morning, Delta. It does make it strange and interesting to them now. Also easier to nibble on, I suppose. Good morning, Melba. Morning, Guy. Morning, Darius. How are you all? I went to bed at 12:10ish because I was doing savage raiding last night. Is this the new thing? Nina was sort of explaining about it the other day. Morning, Vamp. Oh, I just realised I never put my hairband in. Hang on a second. I'm going to put you down here. 2 secs. There's a new savage thing, but I'm not good enough at the game. Oh, I'm sure you are. Morning, Tom. Hang on, buddies. Hang on. No, I was just tying my hair up. Morning, Maxwell. Morning, Kiwi. Good morning, Rob. Happy Friday, everyone. Morning, Megalomaniac. How are you doing? Morning, Komalama. Oh. Yeah, I took the stuff off the top of the castle and I tipped it on its side because I thought, I don't know, Gerry, where are you going, my love? Hello. Morning, Frogger. Morning, Carl. Gerry? Where do you want to be sat behind me? I thought I'd give it a little bit longer in there. Just for, well, I'll take it down today, but I just thought for now it can, What are you doing, bunnies? They do not want to stay still. Good morning, Limewood. Morning, Mazira. Are you after your breakfast? Is that what it is? Don't, Fifi. Giving me a nip on the bum. Oh. Robot Fish, thank you very much for the sub. And Thunderland, thank you very much for the 33 months. That is very kind of you both. Oh my goodness, I'm being mauled. There we go. Trying to put it down somewhere. There wasn't a bunny. There we go. There we go. Oh, sorry, Gerry. I went to get a tuft. He knew what I was doing. He was like, no. No. Mazara and myself did TSS for the 1st and 7th time respectively. What does it mean to be oobed? Oh, that's when I was playing ooblets. You got an ooblet named after you. Little cuties. But I've not really had much of a chance to play ooblets recently. I was thinking like there's seems to be a few games coming out at the moment that I want to give a go. And back in the day, I would have played them on Sunday mornings, but I've just not had a chance to. I think next week is pretty much all booked up already with games. So there's a game that came out today that I want to try, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to wait over a week until I play. Morning, Harry. Good morning, Shy Bees. How are you doing? Mookie, thank you very much for the 21 months. That's like over 2 babies. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Tris. But yeah, it's see, the bunnies are going to space. Wait, what you mean going to space? Harry, thank you so much for the 19 months. Look at all this bun time. So much time with the buns. Oh my gosh, speaking of time. So I realized yesterday that morning, Alitra, So, good morning, Rob. Uh, Liz Truss was Prime Minister for 44 days. I looked up how many days I have in my hours of Dota, and I've played Dota in total for 104 or 108 days. And I was like, I've spent more time playing Dota than our current Prime Minister was in office for. I was like, I don't know if that says more about them or about me. I don't know. Cheers, thank you so much for the 27 months. Thank you. I could be the Prime Minister of Dota. This is true. This is true. I've had vertigo for longer. Oh no. Dear of them. Both of them, you have issues. But to be fair, my Dota time is spread out over like 10 years. So it's not as bad as it seems, right? Right? I mean, some of those years had the majority of the time in. But it's fine. Morning, Virida. Did I say morning, Sir John? Good morning, Sparky. Pro gamer. Good morning, Melba. That's true, Nuns. This is true. How longer than Jane Grey. I wonder which games I've played longer than Jane Grey. Good morning, Melon. Morning, Game Face. You don't have a problem, you promise. I can quit anytime I want. Just not right now because it's the international going on at the moment. So this is like peak Dota time. This is the one time every year that I'm guaranteed to be back in. The rest of the time I tend to give it up. Morning, honey. Did I tell you my dreams are having sequels? No. I think I've had that before. Or do you ever get the feeling that you've had a dream before, but then you can't remember if you actually have had it, or you're in an episode 3 arc? Oh my gosh. Are you waking up with like a cliffhanger every day? Are you just like waiting until you're excited to go to bed because you're like, I want to find out what happens next? I can't remember what I dreamt about last night. I told Kim about my scary dream I had about her the night before, and she was like, that wasn't a dream. I had a really cute dream the other day. Oh, what's even worse is where you find yourself in a situation you're aware you dreamed before. Yeah, see, I never know if that's like an actual... Oh, no, wait. Do you mean you find yourself in a real life situation that you've dreamt about before? Or in a dream again that you've had before? Harpoon, thank you very much for the 20 months. Thank you. Hello, cyclists. How you doing? Daylight savings is making it tricky for me to catch streams. Well, I think ours changes on the 30th. I need to send it. The second part of the dream was a bit weird, though. Huh. It's me getting chased by a creature that's just legs and arms attached to a big mouth. And last night I drew a wooden chair into its mouth and he told me to apologise. Aww. Maybe he's not a monster. Maybe he's just trying to be friends and you're judging him because he's a strange leggy army monster. A real life situation that I've dreamt about. Oh, I don't know if I've had that before. Every time I join a stream, it reminds me that I want to start dream journaling, but I always forget again. Yeah, it was a difficult habit to get into. I mean, we don't really do proper journaling. We just record them on our phones as soon as we wake up. But it's being awake enough to remember to record it, but sleepy enough to still be able to record the dream sort of thing. I better get some closure tonight. Fingers crossed. Sean Charles, thank you very much for the 10 months. And Cyclers, I'm loving the bun puzzle too. Very lovely. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for the 7 months. I got my my spare puzzle came through in the post. I always dream about mazes. Does that mean something? That must mean something. I imagine a maze would be like, well, I am in the book. It probably says something about like you're facing a situation or you feel trapped in a certain aspect of your life or something like that, I would imagine. Have you had dreams where you feel a bit strange in the morning? Yeah, I have had that. I've had um it means you're amazing. Well, that goes without saying. Morning, Lolia. How you doing? Um, I've had dreams where I've just woken up just feeling really like, oh, look at Phoebe peeking out. Um, like, uh, dazed. I think if I've woken up slightly too early because of a dream. Oh, thank you, hamster. I got a very fancy journal for my birthday. It had a sun on one side and a moon on the other. And you have to flip it vertically to write on the proper page. So if you write in the moon side, the sun pages are upside down. Oh, that does sound lovely. I'm very excited because I've ordered some stationery bits. And good morning, Chewy. Also, hi, I'm new. Well, welcome. These are the bunnies. The boy lying down on his grass is Gerry, and that's Ffion, also known as Fifi. In fact, I'll actually get up and walk a bit closer towards them because it seems like they're not gonna come to me for a little while. Hello. I had a dream once that had subtitles showing an American accent as like squared numbers. Oh, so Kirsty was saying this. Hello, Alex. Hello, my love. Kirsty was saying that whenever there's writing in her dreams, she can't actually like read it. It's just strange. Oh, bless you, my love. More hay than grass now. I don't even know if it's hay. It's just completely flattened. Oh. You're okay, Fifi. I love that just tipping the castle on the side has given it a new lease of life to them. I always just have dreams about monsters or me fighting monsters. Like 7 out of 10 dreams have some unique beast in them. Maybe you should start drawing the monsters. You could write your own like RP book. Hamster Food, thank you for the follow. Look at them. Double sausage. But yeah, I've got 2 different weekly planners arriving because I couldn't decide if I wanted A5 or A4. So I got both, which I never normally do. I usually get choice paralysis and get neither. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get both. So I'll see which one works. I need a planner to plan for planning. And I've also got some letter writing paper arriving, so I can finally write to Talia. Stationery haul on the stream when they arrive. Well, they got posted like immediately. Hello, Hansan. Hello, Anhol. Hello, Rowdy. See, Talia's letter will actually exist. It will exist. Oh, you did an AMA. Okay, let me scroll. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, could you please repeat it, Nick? Because I think my phone only scrolls up so high. I think I missed it. I think I missed the question. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll have to remember how to actually write because I mean, when you're in school, what superheroes would the bunny / other Yog pets be? Oh, so like, standard existing superheroes. I want to go back to Rabbit Island again. Oh, is that the one off of Japan? I'm trying to think. I don't really know many superheroes, truth be told. Fifi would be probably like Gerry would be a good Doctor Strange. I had the issues with postage sent instantly customs job and then took a week or so, still nothing. Yeah, I forgot about the strikes actually. So they were posted on the day that I ordered them, but whether they're actually going to arrive on time, I'm not sure. Fifi would be the Flash. I was thinking that. I was thinking. Yeah, Fifi would be something zoomy. Gerry would be like a... Yeah, maybe he would be more of like a... I don't know. Is there a superhero who's just really cuddly? Is it just a nice cuddly superhero who just wants a quiet life? Maybe he'd be like the Hulk, but just when the Hulk is trying to stay calm and have like a nice, peaceful life. Yeah, Alfred, just stay at home. Is there for when Fifi gets back. Appa. Yeah, oh my gosh. Gerry is a giant Appa. Bruce Banner before the mutation. Think we need an ensemble drawing of all the bunnies in their superhero outfits. I'm trying to think who like who would Mr. Tabs be? Is there like a grumpy, like old reluctant superhero? Don't Swamp Thing. Poor Taboo. In Spider-Man the Animated Series in the 90s, Conan the Barbarian had a big lion's vein on his outfit. Oh yeah. Can't imagine Gerry being the barbarian type. Look at it. Old man Logan. Yeah. Yeah, Tabs could be Wolverine. I just want to get a look at Fifi's. Look at her little hands. So neatly together under her dewlap. Peak barbarian behavior, yeah. Look at them. See, this is the problem. Like, they tend to like the grass the most when it is at its squished state. They just like to, they like it when it's all squished down. Mochi and Sammy are the power twins. They would just be absolute chaos. I imagine that Ripley could be something like Black Widow. She's a fighter. Oh, have you drawn... Wait, is this your legs and arms dream monster? I'm gonna have to wait until I'm off my phone to see it, but... I'm intrigued. Is it now Yogscast Pet Superheroes? Yeah. I still think we should do a Yogscast Pet calendar. I think that'd be good. I've been tempted to do one for like the bunnies and have it as a charity one. Why is it a blob with teeth? Is that what I have to? Is that what I'm going in with? How old are the adorable flubs? Gerry. Good morning, Alice. Gerry is this one. He is 8 and Fifi is 6. Well, 6.5 now. Better. Forever 2 years old. What superhero would Stinky Pam be? Pam could be Scarlet Witch. I don't know if I suppose I have seen Marvel films. So I should remember more of the superheroes, but they just sort of like go in one ear and out the other a lot of the time. I'm there for the popcorn and the bright colours. No. I guess Milo could be Black Panther, as he... Although he's not that sneaky. I've never seen Black Panther, so I don't really know what sort of moves they have. But if yelling at you to do food quicker is one of them, then Milo would nail that. Maybe Lumbo could be Batman considering he's the world's greatest detective. Trying to think who else there is. You've got, I guess, Smith's got his lizards. There's Murphy. Who could Murphy be? Murphy would have to be someone quite tanky. Because, I almost said bagels. Beagles tend to be quite hench, don't they? They are just strong. Strong and stubborn. Hastings for Batman? Captain America, who would that be? Oh, I don't know. You've got to think about, you got Lollips bunnies as well. I don't know if, I was going to say I don't know if bunnies tend to be the superhero type, but I guess Fifi probably would be. But I don't know if she'd be causing the chaos more than solving it. The grass square cuddling is so... Yeah, they do just... It's just because... See, the thing is, if I get them a new one, which means they can actually eat the grass, they stop lying on it because I think it's just too fresh for them. Whereas as soon as it gets to this state, this is when they seem happiest with it. Maybe I need to get two at the same time so they can have one for squishing and one for eating. Gerry? You okay? Reading a post a little earlier about how inaccurate Watership Down is for bunny behaviours. Yeah, I think that was just from the, Oh, you're not allowed to see Fifi anymore. No, they stop eating it once it's squished. They deserve 5 grass. Should I just fill the entire room? But yeah, I think Watership Down just came from the author. Like, well, didn't he live near particular hills and he would just watch the bunnies and then he came up with the stories about them? So I don't know if he like particularly. It's probably just like assumed behavior rather than actually knowing. But yeah, bunnies tend to be matriarchal in their hierarchies. But I've not seen Watership Down, so I don't know. I don't know how accurate it is. I think I watched it once as a child and then vowed never to watch it again. I was like, well, this is scarring. I don't like this. I'm sure one day it's all going to come rushing back to me. I read it a bunch of times as a kid, never seen the film. We watched it in primary school for some reason. I swear that seems to be the way a lot of the time. They're just like, oh, this has this in. Kids will love it. And then you look back and you're like, why did they make me watch this? My goodness. Teacher was like, cartoon equal kids, yeah. Hello. Just sneaking around behind you. His little mouth. But I guess there tends to be like at least one thing in every childhood film that is there purely to scare you. They made us watch part of Psycho in year 8. Wait, what? Oh jeez. That's where Normal Name died and Melon was born. Oh no. Melon was your defense mechanism. I remember when I did film studies and we had to choose a scene that we were gonna write about or something. I can't remember. Like one particular scene in a film that we had to write about in regards to something. I can't remember what it was, but we had to watch everyone's scenes. And for some reason, someone chose like a particularly horrible scene in Pulp Fiction. And the teacher was like, okay, well, if anyone doesn't want to watch this, just leave the room. And I was like, well, I'm leaving because I just don't want to see this. But I was the only one that left. And I remember years later, I bumped into someone from my film studies class and they were like, do you remember when you left the class? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, I wish I had. I was like, oh no. Dear, oh dear. I'm guessing it wasn't particularly for them. I can't remember what scene I did now. Was it the syringe scene? I've not seen the film. Oh, sorry, Gerry. I thought he was pushing me out the way, but he was Oh my gosh, yes, the Ghostbusters. That blooming portrait. Or the beginning of the first Ghostbusters with the scene in the library. I think that used to scare me. When I did film, a girl did a scene from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Someone did that as well. I think I stayed in for that one. But yeah, I just don't like. Just Tarantino films just aren't for me. I'm okay with never having seen one. Very okay with it. We also went to see the Women in Black stage show when I was in sixth form, and I watched the whole thing from behind my hands. There was a row of kids behind us that screamed every time something remotely jumpy happened. And it was the worst. Oh no. Morning, Zoran. I went to see the Woman in Black film, and partway through, because I remember someone telling me that in the stage show, she like comes out into the crowd, and halfway through the film, a guy who had obviously got up to go to the toilet had then walked back into the wrong screen, and he just sort of slowly walked in, slowly walked up the stairs, stood next to where I was sat, and then just like stood there for a bit and then turned around and left. But when he first did it, I was just like, oh my gosh, they've actually hired people to like walk into the cinema. That's really weird. Like, why would they do that? But no, he was just lost. That bit with the crowd scene at the stage show when I went scared the hell out of me because she appeared right next to me. Oh no. I just wouldn't trust myself with stuff like that. It's like a lot of my friends go to, oh, what's it called? There's a thing that happens just outside of Bristol, I think. Called, I think it might just be called Fear. It's around Halloween time, and they have like just a big, I think it's just like a big field, but they set up like zombie chases and that sort of stuff, and there's a bit where you like start in a coffin and then you have to like walk through and people chase you. But I genuinely wouldn't trust myself not to immediately hit someone who jumped out at me. I wouldn't mean to, but that's just my like initial reaction would just be to attack. So I don't think those sorts of things would be very good for me. Gerry's surveying it right now. Look at him. He's checking if it's still up to code when it's on its side. He did a really glorious jump through that hole earlier. He was like a little dog at Crufts, jumping over the poles. I love horror movies. Real big spooky fan. More behind the scenes and practical stuff. Yeah, that's true actually. I mean, I do sort of like admire things like early Peter Jackson films where he did a lot of practical effects and that sort of stuff. But it's just not for me. I just don't like it. I'm not good with scary things at all. Especially now my blooming heart can't take it. Although it's probably fine. I do actually have a heart scan booked in now. Not until next month, like late next month, so it's a while off. But I am I mean, that should be nice. That should be nice. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Be a sit down. Be a nice chat. Oh, Fifi. Fifi's gone into a sort of like, chase me, chase me. What I'm hearing is Dead by Daylight returning. Dead by Daylight is probably the limit of what I can do. No, I don't know I don't think they are going to tilt table me. I think I did say I'd book in for it, like if they wanted me to be, but it doesn't mention it on this one. Good morning, Twunk. I decided to work from home today. That is a good Friday decision to make. I keep forgetting that it is Friday. I couldn't handle watching John Wick, so I don't think I could watch horror movies anymore. Yeah, I'm just too easily spooked. You have to do a tilt table. It's the part about being strapped to a table that I don't like. It's not the actual tilting. I just don't like the idea of being strapped down. My niece and nephew and brother will be here for a week. Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad to hear it. How big are bunny hearts? Bunny hearts would probably be about that. In there. Boop, 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 boop. It was quite strange when because when I went to the vet, I used to restrain the animals for like echocardiograms and stuff, and a lot of the time they were fine, because to be honest, you were just sort of lying in a dark room. It was like it was one of my favorite things to do at work, because you just sat in a dark room and you just got to give a dog or a cat usually like a little cuddle. But there was one time when I did have to hold a bunny, and oh my gosh, I don't know how they tell anything on bunnies, because it's just constantly being like boop 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 boop. Because it's even more so because they're in a strange place and being held by strange people. But they're quick enough as it is, just their resting heart rate is pretty quick. Hello. Thank you for kisses. That's why I love MRIs and long haul flights. Nice bit of chill time. I've not had an MRI, but are they the big tube ones with the loud clanking noises? Alex falls asleep in his when he has them occasionally. He says he finds them really really relaxing. MRIs are noisy. I don't know what the noise is. Big tube. But yeah, blim 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 blim. But he seems to think it's a nice opportunity just to have like a little nap. I want to see my brain again. Are you booked in for another one? I had an MRI recently and I hate them. They're so loud and you have huge headphones on that squish your head. I was not relaxed. Aww. The noise is the tiny gnomes that live inside them playing the spoons. I thought you were going to say working the machinery, but that too. Oh, Gerry. Oh, the double kisses. This is very lovely. This is very lovely. So next week is going to be even stranger than this week was. Because I'm going to be doing a stream at 5. Okay, so usually I'm obviously just like, 10 till 11, 2 till 5:30, and that's it. Whereas, was this a strange? Well, this week was strange just because I did different hours on Monday, and then I did different hours yesterday, and that's enough to throw me off. That's enough to throw me off for a week. Come on in, Swan. But then, oh, look at this. Look at these lovely mlems. Oh, Fifi's just started ninnying now, so it's not quite as relaxing. Just doing her little... But yeah, next week I'll be doing late on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Should I give you I'll give you some of my Jim Jams. There you go. Good morning, Duke. Did I say good morning to you, Swan? I don't know if I said it in my head or if I actually said it. The way MRIs work is wild, though. The magnetic fields aligning the polarity of the water in your body then pulse them so they move off and back on alignment. Wait, what? Like a tiny moon? Does the M in MRI stand for moon? But yeah, there's a special thing happening next Thursday, which is exciting. Fifi, which is exciting. And then on Tuesday I'll be doing, it stands for mozzarella. Nice. Magnetic resonance imaging. That's how the moon works. It pushes and pulls water around the earth. I've seen what's it called? What's that Jim Carrey film where he gets powers? He like becomes God for a bit and then he pulls the moon. Bruce Almighty, that's the one. Sorry, Fifi is attacking my leg. Yeah. That's how it works. The Truman Show. Oh, that was a film that made me feel very strange. For like a few days afterwards, you're just sort of looking around like, what if it is truth though? What if I'm in the Truman Show and they made this film just to mess with me? And now everyone's watching me watch the show, just like, look at that. I've still not watched it, but I want to. It is really good. It is very good. We're watching you now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, honey. I hope you're okay. I hope you're feeling better than last night. And oh my goodness. Look at this. I'm not gonna have any Jim Jams left. This is the bunny show, it's true. The true bun show. No one here but us bots and production staff. Is the special thing on Thursday happening on the main channel? Oui? Yes. You know the sequel to that movie, Evan Almighty? I've never seen that one. Which one was Evan? Was he the other newsreader guy? Is it Steve Carell? Fifi's in on it, but Jerry's just a little baby. He is. He is. Just a baby. You had your fill of my Jim Jams now? She's done. I thought the sequel was The Mask. Oh my gosh, that film used to scare me. I remember, I found that film really just disturbing. And I found, what was it called? Drop Dead Fred? I found that film really disturbing as a child as well. There was just so much stuff from childhood that was just there to give you problems. Just any time quicksand was involved. Yeah, it was just very... I can't even remember what happens in it. I just remember, I think of it and I get a feeling of unease. Which is why I've never watched Beetlejuice, because I also get the feeling that that's just grown-up Drop Dead Fred. Michael Jackson's Thriller used to terrify me. What, the music video or the song? Good morning, Food Cat. How you doing? Is it Lilo and Stitch or Lilo and Stitch? Lilo. Lilo? Kind of is, but more spoopy fun. Lilo. Okay. Lilo. See, that just goes to show that I've definitely not watched it. It just passed me by. I sort of remember when it was around and my friends enjoying it, but I used to watch Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. I remember that. Wait, was that the TV show that would always start with it being read from the book, and then it, the opening animation, it would be going through with things falling away? It was yeah, I remember that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And bugs. Eyelid butterflies have never left my brain. I've not seen it for a while. Eclipse, thank you very much for the 26 months. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, that's so kind of you. Had a stop motion entrant. Yeah. Oh, a lot of stuff like that is just, again, it was just there to terrify you and to give you strange problems for later life. Demon Headmaster, that was a strange one. Does everyone remember, or does anyone remember Julia Jekyll and Harriet Hyde? Was that what it was called? And it was about the girl who did lots of science at school, and then she became like a Jekyll and Hyde type character, but Harriet Hyde was like this massive monster. I think she used to scare me quite a bit. I've heard of Biker Mice from Mars, but I don't think I ever watched it. Like, I know the name. Good morning, Froodles. How you doing? How's it going? We also might be, I've got leftover curry for breakfast. Oh, I do have leftover curry, but I was umming and ahhing about whether to save it for lunch or dinner. I remember being terrified by the Spiderwick Chronicles. I don't know if I've seen that. I just googled her. She's terrifying. Oh yeah, treat time. Hang on, Fifi's just having a poop. Once she's finished pooping, I'll treat them. She's just staring at me while she does it. Oh my gosh, Biker Grove. Biker Grove. With the acid in the eyes. Okay. She's finished. She's back to inspecting the castle. I've been sat on my feet for ages, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand up. I made vegetables, even got carried away, so there's 3 litres of it. Oh my gosh. I've still not used my soup maker this colder months. Good morning, Ananas. Right. No one ever remembers Count Duckula. Yeah, I never watched, like, DuckTales or any of those. I don't really know any of the duck lore stuff. Okay. I'm going to attempt to put my foot down on the floor. I'm putting my foot down. Everyone behave. Oh, all I remember about the witches, the Roald Dahl one, is that they didn't have toes. And that was how you told that they were a witch. Oh, there we go. Come on, Gerry. Oh. Okay. Now, bunnies, you get 1 piece each. 1 bit each. There you go. No, I was stuck to the paper. There you go. Gerry just took the entire thing. There we go. Just wanted to make sure he got to finish his last bit. Was that nice? Banana feels like, you know, when you give like excitable children something that keeps them quiet for a little bit. You can just, there's just such silence when they have banana. You just hear these tiny little chomps and you're just like, ah. Morning, Molly. She does immediately try to steal anything left from his mouth. Doesn't she? Giving you little banana kisses. Boop. Not long until you get your advent calendar now, bunnies. Hopefully. I gave my buns strawberries this morning. Gerry hates strawberries. is so strange. Like, for a being that eats his own poop, and yet he's very offended by strawberries. Can bunnies self-regulate their sugar intake? Like, if you gave them a whole nut, no, they would just eat it. They're sort of like goats. They don't particularly like. If you just kept on giving them treats, they would just keep on having them. So I don't see the pictures of the white rabbit eating strawberry. Oh my gosh, yeah. When you get like white bunnies eating raspberries and stuff, would they get sick from a whole banana? Yeah, bunnies are like those sugar fiends. You have to be careful that they don't get diabetes and stuff. And also just like if they fill up on stuff like, because they need to be eating things like hay that are going to be grinding their teeth down, because bunnies' teeth constantly grow. So you need to make sure that they're having good stuff that's going to be actually doing what they need. But yeah, they are. I mean, they obviously do it in the wild. Like, Fifi. No, Fifi. Like wild bunnies probably don't gorge themselves on raspberries whenever they find them, but all of that is long gone from domestic bunnies. Fifi. So yeah, you do have to make sure that they don't just gorge their little tummies. You can tell if they have got into something and eaten it, because I'm trying to think what it was. I swear there was a time it happened. Like Fifi had like knocked over a treat packet or something, and I came down and she was just pressing her belly into the floor, and I was like, what have you eaten? It's like she'd try and eat like when it's Christmas time and we have you get those like bowls of nuts, and you have to not keep them on the table because Fifi will just steal them and she'll run around with them, and you have to chase her till she drops them. Hello. But she shouldn't be eating almonds, but she doesn't know that. She will try her darndest. Do bunnies feel guilt? They do. So you see with like sometimes if I can tell if Fifi's maybe done something a little naughty, because if Gerry goes over to her and she immediately puts her head down, that's sort of her asking for, not like that, that's just her being curious. But the times when she really goes like flat is when I'm thinking like she probably stole his food and now she's apologizing for doing so. She's it's strange. There are so many different ways that like bunny behavior will mean so many different things. Like they can put their heads down as a dominance thing to demand to be groomed. They can put their heads down as a submissive thing. They can put their heads down as like an apology thing. They can put their heads down as a scared thing. It's just like everything means everything. But it's just like the more time you spend with them, the more time you pick up on the difference between all of it. Oh. If a giant race of space lobsters opened up a big space chasm in the sky and descended upon us and demanded the release of all lobsters, but the human currency market depends on lobster, how would you reply to the lobster overlords? I, for one, would welcome the lobster overlords. Hello. Because I think it's mean that we eat lobster. Hello, Fifi. You're very close. So I would free all the lobsters. I'd be one of those people that was already, I'd rip off my jumper and I'd already be wearing a bow down to the lobsters t-shirt. I just got my mustache in my pen and ripped a bunch of hairs out. Oh no! Maybe you shouldn't be working from home, Twonk. Maybe you need adult supervision. Dee, 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 dee. I'm coming to join you, whatever you're up to over here. Now we can't give subs because the lobsters market crashed. But we'd live in like a lobster commune instead. What if they do the same but with chickens instead? Yeah, free all the chickens. I'm on that side. I love chickens so much. I love them. Like, I want to go back to that place and just hang out with those chickens all day. It was so lovely. I have a bug called Marmite and we let him free roam in the garden. We fenced off the dodgy plants, but he still managed to reach through and eat the odd leaf of something he shouldn't sometimes. Oh my goodness. There are so many times where you just look at the bunnies eat something and you're just like, really, like all sense of, wild bunnies knowing which plants are good for them. It's just completely gone when I'm just watching one of the bunnies eat the skirting board and I'm like, oh my gosh, Okja broke me. Their market wouldn't have crashed if they hadn't been so shellfish. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of what they could they should have put in a clause. Morning, LaRouche. Gerry is an orb. Oh no, I got him too late. I can hear Fifi just doing zoomies on the sofa. But yeah, I watched Okja, and obviously, like, me watching that film is sort of like it's preaching to the converted sort of thing. And I was like, I'm not gonna cry, because I very rarely cry at films, but when I do, oh my gosh, I go to town. And for like the first third of the film, I was like, I'm not gonna cry. And then there was just a very specific song that plays that is a song that's very sentimental to me. And I just cried for like the last half of the film solidly. Like everything was horrific. I was just like, nope. Okja, it's OKJA. It's basically about they breed these. I'm trying to think of like a spoiler-free summary. It's like I think it's on Netflix. They breed like a breed of super pig that is like absolutely massive. It's like bigger than a hippo, and the plan is that this is going to solve world hunger because they have these like super pigs, and they send them all around the world to like people to raise them. So this like girl gets super attached to the one that's sent to where she is, and then at the end of that time they come round to claim them back for them to go and fulfill their purpose, sort of thing. And that's sort of where the film takes off. And oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking. It's so horrible. Definitely worth watching, I would say. There is a lot in there that I think it covers that other films haven't. What is she doing? Fifi's having a whale of a time over the other side of the room. Is she just zooming around? I think she's just absolutely full of binkies. Hello, no, don't jump down. Hello. Are you full of sugar? Is that what's happened? Are you a banana fiend? I think she is. Oh, look at that little... She's listening out to the road. You can just see her little head going like, You're in hyperdrive. Fifi, what are you doing? Fifi, I can't let you jump down this way. No. But yeah, if you feel like just crying your eyes out, but also, if you're curious about some elements of that sort of industry. I would also say give it a watch, but be warned. Bye bye, Maxwell. Have a good lunch. But yeah, there are other films. It's one of those things that like not many films set me off, but those that do are just like Brooklyn. No, we're not jumping down there. We're not jumping down there. There we go. No. No. How to Train Your Dragon. Any of them is Cry City. That always confuses me, that film. Because I don't understand how all the children have American accents and all the adults have Scottish accents. Because I'm like, where did they learn the American accents from? If everyone they know has a Scottish accent. That's why I find that film about training dragons unbelievable. It took me out of it too much. I can just see her little ears. It doesn't want to focus on you. There you are. Americans are just juvenile Scots. Is this true? Is this true? Thank you, Gerry. You're not getting more banana though. I've never seen the second one. I want to watch the second one. Look at her. She's trying to steal my kisses. She thinks if she pushes her head in between us, she's gonna get my kisses from Gerry. Wait. Watch it in German. Everyone is speaking German with a weird artificial accent and you won't understand a word either way. This is true. This is true. Wait, is there a How to Train Your Dragon 3? What? But yeah, Brooklyn is one of those films that absolutely sets me off. I went to watch that at the cinema with Alex and I thought like, oh, I'm going to be okay because I've stopped crying now and it's getting to the end of the film. And then there was just something near the end that set me off again. So I had to do the walk out of when the lights are coming back on and everyone can just see that you're just like, ah. Miss Trunk's dad just got back to me and he's going to cut me some logs. Oh, I'm glad. I hope they reach you safely. If I ever got to meet either of the Vuns, you'd have to restrain me from trying to bop their butts. Oh, gently and respectfully, I hope. Trash movie Jurassic World 2, but oh my god, the dinosaur scene on the dock should be illegal. I hated Jurassic World, the first one, so much that I just did not watch the second one. Does Bo Burnham's inside count? Because that gives me many emotions. Oh my gosh, yes. Or, oh, what is it? I can't remember which one of Bo Burnham's it is, but he ends on a song where he's doing... Oh, I can't remember. Everything Everywhere All at Once had me close to crying. Yeah. I teared up a lot in that, but it never broke out. I don't really cry at anything, so if it gets me close, it's an achievement. This is the thing, like, there'll be so many things. Like, when I'm playing games and stuff, people will be like, oh yeah, this made me really cry. And I'm just like, oh, no. And then we've had a few times in book club where people have said like, oh, just got to the really cryy bit, and then I'll read it and I'll be like, what's wrong with me? But then as soon as something does, it's just like floodgates have opened. The Kanye run, yeah, that one, that song at the end, that always moves me. Something about motherly. Yeah, I get that. I think that's what happens in Brooklyn. It's just because it's the mum character. If there's like a mum, like a proper mumsy mum, I'm always like, nothing bad can ever happen to you because I would never forgive the film. I'm glad I didn't have face cam during my Lost Future stream because there were actual tears. Oh. It's like I think Spiritfarer got a lot of people. Fifi, Fifi is attacking. Fifi, Fifi is attacking. There's one bit which I don't know why, because it's not even that sad. There's a bit in Finding Neverland that makes me cry every time, and it got to the point where I would know earlier and earlier every time I watched it that it was coming up, and I'd just start crying at like 3 scenes before. Just tearing up, just like, oh my gosh, I just know it's gonna happen. Dear, dear. Struggle a lot with crime, but May getting lost. Spiritfarer is such a beautiful game. Fifi. End of Return of the King. There is a bit in Fellowship that makes me cry, but not the bit that people would normally cry at. But it gets me pretty much every time. Not proper crying, but just tearing up. I've watched things that people say are sad or depressing and laugh. Oh no. Is it like the ridiculousness of it? Like, is it if it's hammy sort of thing? Also, hello, Squid. Just welling up is I find I do it more now. I guess there's just different things that like get you as you like. I used to not really be that well, not unfazed, I guess it would be the word, by like, you know, if there were like children and stuff. Whereas ever since my niece was born, oh my gosh, I watched Grave of the Fireflies when my niece was like 3, and it hit me so much more than I think it would have if I had have watched it like 4 years earlier. Good morning, Rose. It just hits different. It's amazing, but I will also not watch it again. Yeah. That's how I feel about a lot of things. I'm just like, I'm glad I saw it, but probably won't watch it again, if not for a very long time. Well, I guess I should send you off somewhere. Fifi! It's just the little ninnies. It's the little ninnies that she does every now and then. White Woman's Instagram. Oh my gosh, I love that song so much. But yeah, that Bo Burnham song where he just all of a sudden spins it round to being about how he's actually feeling, but the audience is still like clapping and laughing along, and you're just like, no, that's what he's saying. Stop it. I do love that one so much. Shall we go to Fifi? Hello, undisclosed. I guess is Kirsty doing her other half of the rabbits? Rabbits. We could go from rabbits to rabbits. Smush. Smush. Yeah. We kind of have to raid Kirsty. Wait, why? Have you already said it? Have you already set the rate off? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Because Kirsty is Kirsty, we have to. Yeah, we can raid Kirsty. She is best. They're all very lovely. It's a tough call between Kirsty and Visty. Both lovely beans. But yeah, let's go see Kirsty. You can watch some more chaotic rabbit-shaped beings. There you go. I just offer you my Jim Jams now. I accept it. Phoebe's in charge. Well, everyone, I will see some of you later for Ace Attorney. But if I don't, have a very lovely weekend. Not the foot, Fifi. The leg I can take, but not the foot. Oh no. Where is boy? Oh, he's under there. But yeah, have a very lovely weekend. If I don't see you later, I'm gonna run around. Oh wait, are you staying there? No. Take care of yourselves, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Cherry's having a little toffee. A lovely little toffee. You enjoying yourself? You going back for more? Back for more? There we go. All settled down. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Look at him. Baby boy. A baby boy. Baby, baby, baby boy. Munch, munch. This is him for the day now. Bless him. Nice. Bye-bye. A boop.